Today we're going to be talking about some of the best gym exercises you can do to get faster. We're going to talk about how this exercise will benefit your speed, the exact sets and reps that you can do, and then a full speed example of the exercise. When you run, a big thing about speed is not letting your heel touch the ground while you are striking the ground on each stride, right? A lot of people will say athletes run very flat-footed, so this is a great drill to build ankle stability to prevent that flat-footed running. Guys, when we strike the ground, we don't want to be on my tippy toes. We want to be on the ball of my foot and be able to explode my knee, explode my toe up, but my heel is not making contact with the ground. So this exercise is going to be called an explosive split squat. So all you're doing is you're going to be in a split squat position where one foot is on a bench, one foot is out, but your heel is going to be off the ground. And you are going to drop down slightly, I would say about like a little bit above like 90 degrees, a little bit above parallel. And as soon as you drop down, you're going to explode up. And then when you land, you're not going to let your heel touch the ground. So you're going to do that rapid fire for 6 reps in a row. So you're going to go down 1, 2, all the way up until 6. We're going to show you how this should look full speed, but this works on having great ankle stability to prevent your heel from hitting the ground while you're running and taking strides. So 6 reps of this on each leg for 3 sets total. Now also, fellas, if you're a quarterback or wide receiver and would like to train with us this offseason, we are coming out to 12 states across the country for 2-day-long QB and wide receiver training camps. So check out that very first link in the description below if you're interested and would like to train with myself and my staff of coaches. We are going to be coming out to Charlotte, North Carolina, Portland, Oregon, Dallas, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, Chicago, Illinois, Buffalo, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Detroit, Michigan, Boise, Idaho, and Los Angeles, California. So again, if you guys are local to one of those cities, we'd love to have you out to one of our off-season camps. So check out that very first link in the description below. Let's get back to these exercises. Now, this next exercise to help you with speed is called a single leg plyometric. So I'm sure all of you guys have seen plyometrics before, which is essentially jump training, right? So box jumps off of 2 feet, maybe go into a lunge and then into a vertical jump, whatever the exercise may be. But I think single leg plyometrics are one of the best things that you can do for speed, because when you are running, you are essentially running off of 1 foot. Let me explain. So when I'm running, let's say I take a stride here, right? I'm striding out, trying to run fast, trying to get off the ball quick. As soon as I strike the ground, what do? I snatch the opposite foot up. So when you are striking the ground and you are trying to explode and drive your knee, it's off of 1 foot. So doing a single leg plyometric is a great exercise to help you guys develop that single leg explosion, to help with speed. So we're just going to talk about a simple single leg box jump. You could do this on like a bench, a chair, whatever type of equipment that you have that is a little bit off the ground, maybe 2 feet off the ground. So you're here, all we were going to do is we were just going to be jumping off of 1 foot and landing on the box, focusing on hitting the box or the bench lightly, not making this super loud sound with my foot. And how we do that is focus on staying on the ball of my foot, just like our running form. Our heel should never touch the ground. So I recommend doing about 3 to 6 reps of this on each leg for 3 sets total. I'm going to show you how this should look full speed. So this next exercise for speed is called a single leg explosive step up, where your foot will be elevated. So what you're doing is you're going to need a bench for this exercise. You do this exercise with dumbbells. I've seen some athletes a little bit more on the advanced side of things do this with a barbell on their back with maybe some weight on it, or just a straight up barbell, no weight. But again, adding some weight to this is not a bad thing. You just have to make sure that you have good form, and we're trying to be as explosive as possible. Use some weight that you can move around fast and quickly, because in the gym, to develop your speed, we have to be moving fast. You have to train fast to get fast, because you're activating fast twitch muscle fibers in your body, which ultimately translate to on-field speed. So what you're doing is you're going to be here. Your foot is going to be elevated on this box or on this bench, right? So you're going to strike the ground as quick as you can, or strike the bench as quick as you can. And as you strike, you're going to push up and snap this opposite knee and opposite toe up in the air. And that movement has got to be fast. That's why you don't want to use a ton of weight on a barbell on this exercise. You can use a barbell, but make sure it's weight that you can move around. Now, why do we do this, right? Because when you guys run, what are we doing? We're striking the ground and we're trying to snatch my opposite knee and opposite toe up. So this is essentially mimicking that exact movement. So your foot is elevated, you hit the ground, and as soon as you hit the ground, we are exploding up off of this leg, snatching my knee up and snatching my toe up. Then I pop back down and repeat the process. So I recommend about 3 to 6 reps on each leg, or about 3 to 4 sets total. I'm going to show you how this should look full speed. Now also, you guys, speed is a lot more than just doing work in the gym. You also need to work on drills that will work on your running form, your stride, your arm swings, your body language, everything that applies to on-field speed mechanics. So if you guys would like over 100 plus speed and agility drills that you can do, check out that second link in the description below for our new First Down speed and agility training. Our speed coach, Coach Dylan, is a coach that travels to every single state with us to work with every single athlete that we use, and we're lucky enough for him to be able to produce weekly content, daily content on our website with speed drills, gym workouts, everything that you need to get you faster. So if you guys would like to get faster, check out that second link in the description below. Let's get back to this video. Now, what are some upper body exercises that you can do in the gym to get faster? And honestly, it's the same concept as lower body exercises. You want to be as explosive as possible and moving weight or moving yourself as fast as possible. So there are many different exercises you could do, but we're going to focus in on a push-up. So obviously, like if you're here and you're maybe just doing like sets of 12 to 15 on push-ups, like yeah, that's great. It's good chest exercise. I get it. But it's not necessarily the best thing for athletes, more specifically football players who are trying to get more explosive. If you got to get bigger, that's one thing. But if you were trying to get faster, I think all of your upper body exercises should be tailored around this type of concept. So what I recommend to supplement out just a normal push-up is you get like a resistance band to make it a little bit harder, because if you don't have any type of resistance and you're trying to be explosive in that 3 to 6 rep range, because that's the best rep range to try to be explosive, and you don't have any resistance, it's going to feel pretty easy and we're not going to get the most out of it. So you get a resistance band, you put it around your back, and then you go down into a push-up position. So you go into a push-up, and then as you go down, there's no resistance, but as you come up, there's obviously going to be some resistance. And we're going to show you how this will look full speed. But as you come up, we were trying to explode up as quickly as possible in that 3 to 6 rep range to activate those fast twitch fibers, and it's a perfect exercise to work on speed even with your upper half. So I'm going to show you how this should look full speed. Again, 3 to 6 reps, and I recommend about 3 to 4 sets.